Okay, I am back with Project 7 from the Arduino Fundamental Exam Starter Kit project book. And Project 7 is a keyboard instrument. Now, in this project, we will learn how to control a piezo buzzer using switches. What we'll use in this project is our Arduino Uno, a breadboard, one piezo buzzer, 4 switches, one 220 ohms resistor, 2 10 kilo ohms resistor, 1 mega ohm resistor, and jumper wires. In this project, there is a new resistor wiring method called resistor ladder. And so we're using a series of resistors hooked up to our push buttons to create sound from the piezo. Now, this is a way to read a number of switches using the analog input. It's more helpful than using the digital input. We'll hook up a number of switches that are connected in parallel to an analog pin. 3. Most of these switches will connect to power through a resistor. Now, how does this work? When we press each button, a different voltage level will pass through the input pin. If we press 2 buttons at the same time, we'll get a unique input based on 2 resistors in parallel. So I'll show you what this code looks like. I'll show you here. This is a look at the code. And we can see here that we are using an array to store the different frequencies that will be produced, that will produce the sound in the piezo. Now, an array is a common data type or common data structure. Sorry. Where all elements must be of the same data type. So an array is stores data type of the same type. So we have these frequencies here, and this would represent C, D, E, and F from piano. And the completed project would look something like this. Finish hooking up. Now, if I press, let me press 2 at the same time. So it's a pretty unique little project that introduces users to this style of hooking up a resistor, and again, it is called the resistor ladder. So we are learning, every project is teaching something new. So users can gain knowledge, a wide spectrum, on a wide spectrum. So play around with this, guys. See what you can create, how you can create, what other frequencies you can use. You can play around with the frequencies, change the frequencies, change the number of push buttons that you have in your project, and see what other sounds you can create. And again, we're using the serial monitor. So let me run this code again. Let's save it here. Let me compile it, and I will show you what produces on the serial monitor. Let me click and find my serial monitor, and let's see what will be. So I don't know, it is and so when I press the different keys, it produces a different value. All right. So I'll see you next week with Project 8. And Project 8 in this book is, let me see what it is called. Project 8 is a digital hourglass. So I'll see you guys next week. In the meantime, practice, practice, practice.